Sri Lanka's most powerful news brand.
Farmlands are beginning to recover after the severe drought. After 5 failed seasons, there was hope until the shortage of fertilizer.
I have brought with me something that is even more valuable now than the ivory gems found in the tusks of the Dalaputwa. I had to conceal it and bring it in secret. I found this with much difficulty. It was like mining for gemstones. This is urea. All the little children should take a look at this. Finding urea fertilizer has become a very difficult task. I had to conceal it and bring it here because the farmers would tear me limb from limb to get a hold of this urea. The government is only calling for tenders now to bring down the fertilizer, and this tender is riddled with irregularities. This is where they get their commissions. The private sector and the government have failed to ensure that there is enough fertilizer. Who will accept the responsibility for this? We say to Duminda Disanayaka and the others, the Ministry of Agriculture is paying 24.5 million rupees a month for an empty building, but they haven't been able to give the farmers the fertilizer they need.
Well, we at Newsfirst have been following this fertilizer shortage over the past couple of days. With further developments, we now cross over live to the Newsfirst Centre in Colombo too, where Nadim Majid is standing by. Nadim, what do you have for us?
Thanks, Ramesh. Well, as you can see, the image behind me depicts a paddy field. This image was taken recently. In the Rajarata in the east, these paddy fields are currently a sea of green. After 5 failed monsoon seasons, farmers have finally been able to plant. But they've been met by another obstacle, this time the shortage of fertilizer. These young green shoots need fertilizer in order to ripen and in order to yield the rice that feeds this country. Today we received a report from Ampara, and we sent a Newsfirst crew with a group of farmers to visit one of the storage facilities. This is what they encountered. We are joined by Nihal Wanyarache and Anand Rajapaksa. We invited them on short notice to join us here. How did this sudden shortage of fertilizer arise? This is the problem. After waiting for 4 seasons without cultivating, we prepared for a successful 2017-2018 Maha season. We held the seasonal meetings and we informed all the officials to ensure that the fertilizer is provided on time. It has been 15 days since we planted and we have not received the required fertilizer. This is very damaging to our crops. If the fertilizer is not used at the correct time, the yield will be low. I am the secretary of the National United Farmers Organization. I made calls to 10 other districts and they are all facing similar issues. Is it true that there is no fertilizer in the storage facilities? In the past, we were aware of how much fertilizer would be needed and the farmers' organizations would bring it to our storage facilities 10 days beforehand and it would be distributed in a timely manner. There is no such program at present, so we do not receive any fertilizer. Even if we go to the shops, there is no fertilizer to purchase. We ask that these facilities be restored to us as in the past. What you just witnessed was 2 farmers from the Rajangane region who visited the Christmas Centre, the Newsfirst Christmas Centre in Colombo. We invited them on short notice and they came down and shared their thoughts with us. Earlier on I mentioned that we sent a Newsfirst crew to Ampara to visit one of the fertilizer storage facilities.
Farmers who have been unable to secure fertilizer for their crops due to shortage were turned away empty-handed from storage facilities today as well.
The government should know to have a more systematic procedure in place to distribute the fertilizer and prevent conflict between farmers and officials. The Fertilizer Corporation also has a responsibility to inform the government of the need. They are the ones who bring it in, they are the ones who stock it. The Fertilizer Corporation has a responsibility too. They said the ship would arrive in Sri Lanka by the 6th and the fertilizer will be distributed. If it takes another 10 days, then the fertilizer will only arrive in Ampara after the 20th or the 25th. The bigwigs are leaving you here while they give us the slip. We are not coming here to fight with them, we are coming here to find out what the situation is, because we have to go back and answer to the farmers.
It would play out like a comedy if it wasn't so tragic. Unfortunately, this is the food security of Sri Lanka that we are talking about. Already, Sri Lanka has one of the highest food costs in the entire South Asian region. And now the farmers are unable to produce the rice that the country needs, the staple. What do the authorities have to say about this? We spoke to the chairman of Lakpohara, Roshan Waduge, and the chairman of Colombo Commercial Fertilizers, Chaminda Lienage. These are the two state-owned fertilizer companies. They visited the Newsfirst Center this evening and spoke to Lakmal Kirindigala from the Newsfirst team.
What is the truth of this situation? Is there a shortage? I am thankful to Sirasa TV for reporting on timely issues such as this. As the two state-owned fertilizer companies, we have about 10,000 tons of urea, and if you count other varieties of fertilizer, we have a cumulative total of about 25,000 tons. A team of 52 people visited the Anuradhapura district last week, and we did not encounter a shortage of fertilizer as described by the two farmers. If there is a shortage of any kind, we will intervene. Are you saying that what they said was false? I will not say that it is false, but a team of 52 people, including myself, visited Anuradhapura last week and we did not encounter such a situation. However, if there is a shortage of some sort, then we will take action to resolve it immediately. If there is no shortage, why are they saying this? If the two farmers are indeed from Rajangania, then all I can say is that I made inquiries yesterday as well, and in the 4 storage facilities of commercial fertilizers alone, we have 873 tons of urea. I reject the allegation that fertilizer is not being distributed. But we saw what happened in Ampara. The farmers were turned away. Yes, but we have 125 tons that will be sent to Ampara tomorrow and 250 tons that will be sent to Ampara together with Lakpohara. So there is a shortage. I do not know if you can call it a shortage because I am unaware of the individual locations where the situation has arisen. We will distribute what we have extremely quickly.